There is a race none can win. No matter your skill or execution.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
No matter how hard you try. But if instead of looking to win, you approach it differently. If you control everything you can, while accepting anything you can't. If you disregard any and all opposition, focusing solely on your own way. If, whenever you need to, you don't hesitate to restart the clock. And leave to others the counting of its seconds. You may come to realize that, actually, it never was a race to begin with. And if it isn't a race, then you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The Cosmograph Daytona.
And action!
All right, what's up, guys? Original OC channel here. Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector on this Monday, January 5th, 2026. I am your ringmaster, Original OC. And we have some updates. We have some significant updates in the TraxNYC melee in the Diamond District. We have a new story from Trax. He's there. And we will be sharing the latest from Trax and breaking news. Word is that Maxud, his real name's Max. Sometimes I call him Trax. Sometimes I call him Max. Trax is, I think he's in Florida right now, sitting down with, what's this guy's name? I actually don't even know this guy's name. Something David, Patrick, Johnson, Jason Bateman. I don't know. So one of these guys bet something, bet David, Patrick, Johnson. He's some kind of podcaster. And you'll remember him when Roman bought the gold sneakers, the gold Trump sneakers. Roman went on this guy's podcast. And now it appears that TraxNYC is doing an interview with this guy, and that podcast is going to go live tomorrow morning. Trax has hit the big time, baby. Trax has hit the big time. Let me show you that. Check this out. Boom. Yeah, this is the Peanut Butter and David podcast. No, it's Patrick Bet hyphen David. Patrick Bet hyphen David is his name. And he's I think he's a conservative commentator and podcaster. And this is like a baby face picture of Trax. This is an old picture. This is like when Trax was 17. But this is, I think this is a popular podcast, right? Let me see. Let me check it out. He's got 2.8 million subscribers. He's probably got a ton on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and some other platforms as well. So this is a big deal for Trax. He has hit the big time. Will he take advantage and leverage this opportunity to its fullest potential? What will be his strategy? Will he be the Robin Hood of 47th Street? Or will he talk about his being a self-made millionaire? Will he talk about, growing up in Azerbaijan or one of those places and coming here and starting from scratch? What should his strategy be going into this big time interview on the PBD podcast, which is going to air tomorrow? And by the way, we'll be doing live real-time coverage. I think maybe if you think I should do real-time commentary and analysis of the PBD podcast on a live stream, doing streamception with the podcast, let me know in the chat. I know people want me to do it, but will they watch? Will they care? Will they get up at 9 a.m. to do it? Will they join me? Or do you guys work for a living? Let's see who we have in the chat. We have Alejandro Gilik, who was on the panel yesterday. By the way, he jumped on the panel, shared his thoughts in excruciatingly long detail. It's all good. It's all good. Listen, we need guests. We need money. We need guests. We need panelists. No, we don't. Listen, if anybody wants to jump on, there's a link pinned at the top of the chat. Feel free to jump on. I'm not going to do a long live stream today. There's not much news. There's not much going on. The big stream is going to be tomorrow morning. But if you have any thoughts on any of the latest developments, feel free to jump on. I'm not familiar with this guy, what his background is, but he's a big podcaster. So we got Whole Milk in the chat. Remember when Roman? Oh, you're going to drag me down that rabbit hole again. I think people just want to intentionally suck me into dangerous territory. Remember when Roman paid to get on the PBD podcast and then showed him Cecil B. Purnell watches? I don't remember that interview. I know that he went on, but I don't remember a single thing that was discussed. That was right in the wake of Roman buying the gold Trump sneakers, which I think was actually a PR net positive for Roman. I mean, I think Roman didn't know how much publicity he was going to get. I didn't think he was going to get any publicity. He didn't think he was going to get any publicity, but he just wanted to get those sneakers because they were cool and they were fair, like a reasonable price. Can't remember what he paid, like $11,000 or $12,000 maybe. Which is a lot of money, but for him, maybe it's not a lot of money. But then he got picked up by all those stories and he became like a mini celebrity for like 15 minutes. And that's what Roman cares about more than anything, is being famous. So I'm sure he really, really enjoyed that whole episode. But spruiking Purnell watches. I don't remember. If he did that, that's a stupid thing to do. Don't plug Cecil B. Parnell. He was a great filmmaker back in the day, but terrible, terrible watch company. We got Logan Hall's Grill Streams, our first member in the chat. Trax needs some golden shoes, and he's set. Another reference to the Trump golden sneakers. We got Alejandro just dominating the chat with all kinds of comments. Thank you, Alejandro, for participating. Got Mathis in the chat, member and co-CEO of the Watch Colony Channel Network, OC for president. I have no current plans to launch an exploratory committee to run for public office. Again, I have no current plans at this time to launch an exploratory committee. And that's all I have to say about that at the moment. Thank you, Mathis. Got Andy Lewis in the chat, member of the OC channel. What does it say? Minect? What does that mean? Is that English? Guys, I do not have an Ivy League education. So if you use fancy words, do you expect me to go to my Funkin' Wagnalls and type that out? Or is that, and figure out what you mean? Minect with Trax. I don't know what that means. Disregard that whole first sentence. Roman also sat down with PBD. Every time I read that, I'm thinking peanut butter and jelly. I don't know. PB&J. I'm hungry. Roman also sat down with PBD, but couldn't arrange for him to get a piece unique from Patek Philippe. Did he promise that? What a stupid thing to say if he said that. You guys know better than I do. I don't remember. I don't retain any information. So I have no idea if he said that or not. But if he did say that, that would be stupid. That would be stupid. Whole Milk. You got to love Whole Milk. Very clever guy in the chat. Tough competition between PBD and Roman for who is more full of shit. Okay. I don't know anything about PBD and his podcast. I don't know anything about his guests or his politics or anything like that. We got Chris Hopper in the chat. What's up, Chris? Thank you for tuning in. He says, "What's up, yo?" Good to have you here. John D is in the chat. John D is unofficial counselor and consultant to the original OC channel on the areas of law enforcement and criminal justice. Law enforcement and criminal justice. I would call him as an expert witness in those areas, and he would be easily accepted by the judge as an expert witness. Hey, baby. The crown wins at every turn of the race course. Love these PR influences. Why shouldn't we enjoy all of it? I'm not sure if I understand exactly what you're saying. I think a lot of these comments are going way over my head today. Someone jump on, help me decipher what's going on. We have 20 people watching. Plus we have 7 on Grindr. That's like a record for Grindr. 7 on Grindr, 2 on Hinge, and 1 on MySpace. Guys, if you're that one person on MySpace, head on over to the channel on YouTube, Original OC channel on YouTube. Type in some comments. Say hi. Why hang out on MySpace? And you 2 guys on Hinge, get off Hinge. Swipe left or whatever you do on that app. Get out of it. It's not good. We have a lot of new people coming into the channel because of this the live coverage, live real-time coverage of the TraxNYC melee in the Diamond District. A lot of new people here. Welcome to the channel. If you like boring watch talk, then subscribe and enable all notifications. Chances are you're not going to like the normal content here if you're not like a boring watch person. If you like Rolex, Patek, AP, and Richard Mille, you're going to like the channel. But I understand a lot of you are joining over the last week because of this this coverage, commentary, and analysis. And if you You guys in the chat are welcome to jump on. PM, producer Michael. Hey, producer Michael's here. I heard Trax was going to meet Maduro to be his official Cuban chain supplier while he holidays in New York City. Producer Michael is a comedian. Good to have producer Michael in the chat. Get funnier, producer Michael. Get funnier. I don't know if this is a compliment or not. I don't know. I don't know. Do you think I should do a poll? Is this a compliment? Whole Milk says, Original OC is the PBD podcast of the watch world. I think that's a derogatory statement. It could be derogatory. Logan Hall says, what do you mean one of those places, OC? I don't know. What did I say? Did I say one of those places? When did I say that? In what context? I don't forget what I said. I mean, I don't remember what I said 90 seconds ago. I really don't. But you guys do. There are a lot of people in the chat that remember every single thing I ever say. Like, remember when you said you were going to choke the wizard and whatever. Lies. They're all lies. Logan also says, I get all my conservative news from Peanut Butter and Jelly Daily, PBJ Daily Podcast. Thank you. Got Double Crown, member of the OC channel and moderator. We got the best moderators. We have absolutely the best moderators in the business that keep everything on track in the chat. Let's get to 25 likes. Double Crown's number 15. We can get to 25. Thank you, Double Crown. Double Crown, are you a fan of Patrick Bet David? If you guys are a fan of his, let me know in the chat. Just drop a little bit of information, like what's his background, what's his deal, how did he get famous, why does he do podcasts? Seems like a slightly older middle-aged guy, maybe in his late 40s, early 50s, like along with me, maybe like 60s. I don't dye my hair like he does. He's got nice hair. Oh, wow. We're going to be graced with the presence of a law enforcement and criminal justice expert. Here we go. John D., welcome to the panel.
Hey, now.
Wow.
Good to see you.
It's good to have you on. I bet you your appearance on the panel is going to raise a lot of eyebrows. I know you have quite a bit. You've written quite a few comments. You've had a lot to say over the past several days.
I'm not sure everybody, and not a lot of eyebrow raising. However, you have done the best coverage of chaos as far as I could tell.
Thank you.
This has been
we've been the only live stream covering this.
And no one does better amusing live stream than you do.
That's very kind of you. Very nice to say. Let's see who else we have in the chat. Meanwhile, you can gather your thoughts. Think about if you want to make an opening statement about anything that's happened over the past 72 hours. Let's say hi to CKM for now, who's a member of the channel. You should cover this zoo live tomorrow morning. We're going to do it. If enough,
I like that. This is definitely a zoo. The animals have gone wild in their pens.
Yep. And we are going to go to the zoo tomorrow morning. We're going to cover this. We're going to cover the animals live.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds great. If
Julius,
look at Double Crown. Double Crown.
Double Crowns. Double Crowns in the chat. Julius Caesar, also a member of the channel. PBD is an MLM insurance guy. I don't know that for sure. Let's not make.
Oh, what a good guy. That guy has been a fantastic participant in the community. He has a great
Are you being sarcastic? I can't tell.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Julius is like a fantastic collector. You'll be surprised what he has.
I wish I knew. I actually am ashamed to say I don't know. Maybe he's revealing all of his watch collecting strategy on other streams. How come he's not here doing it?
Gosh, he should. He definitely should.
Get your ass on the panel, Julius Caesar. He sold his scheme. I love how he calls it a scheme for big money. I'm assuming that means. Thank you very much. Got Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, also a member in the chat. TraxNYC. See, there's a couple of like, I don't want to say they're anti-Trax, but there's some people who are definitely pro-Trax, and there are people who are definitely more moderate on the situation.
Well, let's throw this out. If anyone wants to look this up, I would appreciate it. Go on to any website and look up Tony Shalhoub's character in Men in Black. That mutant and Trax, they are doppelgangers. I'm not even kidding you, and I wouldn't be surprised that 47th Street has alien doppelgangers hanging out there. But Tony Shalhoub and this guy Trax, Max, whatever his name is, these guys are twins. Come on now, take a look. You know I'm right. Look at that picture. That picture is from another planet.
This picture is content gold as far as I'm concerned, John D.
Yeah, well,
Ghost of Yiddish Gambino says TraxNYC needs to have his 15 minutes end soon. I just want to talk watches. Hey, if it means talking about Cartier over and over and over again, and the Santos and the Dumont, or talking about Trax, I'll take Trax. I'll take Trax.
Oh, this is rough. Listen, the Ghost of Yiddish Gambino has a serious collection, and
it's a serious problem.
He doesn't know, but he and I have
some things in common
for very many of our choice watches. We like them the same. I'm not sure about his Santos Dumont collection. It's like 18 deep or something crazy. All the same watch, you know.
Got Ryan Hofrey in the chat. We've got Vimal. The Trax pic in the thumbnail is off of his Tinder profile. Talk about catfishing. Yeah, he's referring to this.
Nice, Vimal. Nice.
Vimal is an excellent researcher. Always provides real-time information.
Logan of Arabia is here. Nice.
Logan of Arabia. Yep. I spent 6 solid days in the Sahara Desert.
T.E. Lawrence would be jealous. He would say, "Wow, you guys are brethren."
Vimal is here. He says, Trax. Yep, got that. Psych student Minnesota's here. He says, OC, I've been traveling for the last 2 weeks, still can't get a full download on what this story is about. Well, this is pretty simple, actually. Go back to the last 2 or 3 live streams, or actually, go to Trax's stories on Instagram or his reels, and you can cover it in about 15 seconds. Got Anteater here. Wow, Anteater just became a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. As a campaign volunteer, thanks. Support, if you want to support the channel by becoming a member, then I will drop the link in the chat. It's a new year, time to become a member or upgrade your memberships. The memberships are cheap. Cheap.
Cost nothing. Cup of coffee or less.
Oh, look at this. Okay, in the movie about this, PBD would be played by OC. Adam, who the hell's Adam, equals Diego. Vinny equals Buckley. Vinny from Jersey Shore. Vinny equals Buckley. Tom, who's Tom? Tom equals Brian the Pipe. I have no idea who the fuck these people are. I won't be taking questions at this time. Who's Adam?
Whole Milk put out some surprise. Who the heck is Tom?
Who's Tom and who's Adam? I know Vinny. Vinny from Jersey Shore. That's not Buckley. Come on.
Fist pumping. Gym tan laundry. I get it. Yeah.
Right. JTL, baby. GTL. Tobister McDonkey's in the chat. Trax is milking. I can't think of anything more disgusting, John D, than milking this issue for clicks and views. There's nothing I find more. There's nothing that I find more distasteful.
We're not here for the same, but that's all right.
I can't think of anything more distasteful than milking the hype around this issue just to bring in viewers.
Just disgusting. For the clicks. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Tobister. Yeah, Trax is
Just for
milking
the
this hype
click.
train till the wheels come. Exactly. Imagine doing, post after post after post, or stream after stream after stream about the same topic over and over and over again, just to bring in the sheep.
Let me bring this. Ryan's got a good comment. I would absolutely talk with Yiddish over Cartier or his Breguet collection all day, every day, even though we all agree that sort of nonsense is, we need a lot of drinks to get over that. I would definitely do it, though. He's got a great collection. Ryan, you have a great collection. OC, you have a great collection.
Very good. By the way, I'm wearing today, the same watch you've been wearing for the last few days, the Platinum Day Date from Rolex, Reach for the Crown. President bracelet, hidden crown clasp.
Gorgeous.
A
stunner.
Full platinum, Day Date 40, ice blue Roman dial.
I will say I have been on the date just kick for the last 5 or 6 days. There is like nothing that has really grabbed me. The simplicity. It's a beater if you want to go as a beater.
Yep.
I mean, everything you do with it, but you've got the grown-up version.
It's an everyday watch. It's a special occasion watch. It's everything.
Date is like, I'm starting to feel the pull, like the Jones Beach tide. It's pulling me towards having a day date.
There's tremendous inertia, momentum around the community consolidating around adding a day date to the collection.
I mean, a day date is the one to have, really.
It's the one to have. And listen, I think a lot of people, I'd like to know your thoughts on this, are really tired with Rolex. They're really bored. Over the last 3 or 4 years, if you haven't had your chance to get every single Rolex you could possibly desire, then you've been doing something crazily wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You've had an opportunity to get Sky Dwellers and Subs and GMTs and Daytonas and all
Yacht
day dates, all this stuff.
You name it, whatever you want.
I've had every single thing in the collection except for maybe an Air King. I bought almost every single thing except for a Datejusted and Air King. I had them all. Some I've parted ways with. Some I've kept. But
let me throw this out at you. Let's say you were compelled to hold on to just one of your collection. And
the power of Christ compels you.
Your collection is deep in Rolex. It's got some fantastic things like that King Midas. I mean, a whole bunch of things.
Yep.
If you were to purge, what would remain? And I feel like if I were to do the same, a day date signifies everything that I would need. I would skip all of that nonsense that goes with your sports racing nonsense, the divers. You want to go to deep sea, going to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Skip all that. There is something that's really fantastic about the day date. And I'm not a Rolex fanboy. I'm really not. It just does all you need. So if I were to purge the collection of everything that's superfluous, that should be the last standing man, if you had to.
Especially if you got a good one.
Like yours. So, like unspoken luxury in that it's platinum. I mean,
one person who does not have a day date is Buckley, member of the channel and moderator. Trax to the Moon, Mazalito.
Come on, Buckley.
I'm not going to be playing anything.
I'm not even like a super Rolex chaser, but I think you should get one, considering your most recent addition to the family.
To the family.
Family acquisition. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. We've got Boris in the chat. Ryan Hofre says $500,000 worth of advertising for only 22,000. Yeah, that's the summary of what's going on here. Got St. Peter in the chat. What's up, St. Peter? Got a lot of New York people in the chat. Got Brody, Chief General Counsel of the original OC channel, and Chief Legal Analyst.
Brody. Client advisor to the stars.
He is. Where's the best place to buy Hoodlum Jewelry. This
Hey,
guy might say
whoa, hey now, hey. A little bit of
Trax.
hoodlum jewelry.
Hey,
Trax NYC.
TraxNYC.com.
They
TraxNYC.com.
own probably a monopoly on that.
Got Eddie Mao in the chat.
Eddie
Eddie.
has a fantastic collection himself, by the way.
Well, you haven't heard the latest about Eddie's collection. You might be surprised.
What? Oh,
It could be
Eddie.
bigger, it could be smaller. I don't want to give it away. He's a very private person. He's a member of the channel. He's way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. I wonder what he's doing. What are you doing?
I think the last dinner we had and Eddie showed up and we were both surprised as to what he brought. It was astonishing. Astonishing.
He may still have it. He may not. Don't say
Really?
it. It could be gone.
Oh no, I won't. Between us.
Guys, we've got over 40 people watching. We've got John D. If I take this comment off the screen, you will see that's John D. with his generic avatar there.
I don't know what happened. I don't know how to make an avatar.
It's okay.
I'm a low value software guy.
No. High value. And he is the chief and primary consultant on all things law enforcement and criminal justice. By the way, what have you been hearing about word on the street about Mamdani being sworn in as mayor and just the general law enforcement sentiment that's out there right now? What's the word?
I've had some phone calls from my colleagues my contacts rather, and they have conveyed to me deep concerns. I'll leave it there because it will then migrate downhill. Their concerns are quite significant, but specified in law, in New York State's penal law and the rest of the enforcement components that go with that. The disaster is coming. So if anyone has seen, I believe it's a Will Smith movie, and he's I Am Legend, that is what I'm predicting. We're going to go with like a 4-year window. But maybe I'm wrong.
I will have to look up that movie. We got Boxer fans in the chat. Happy New Year's, guys. First time on the stream. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Original OC channel. We usually talk watches here, but we're covering this. Let's, okay. Do you want to verbalize any of your thoughts and key opinions about Trax, or would you prefer me to give an update on what happened today and then you can respond? How do you want to do it? Or you just want to go with the flow and just comment as things go?
Come on, let's comment as we go. We'll go as easy as it is. There are some components, and I think to retrack some of our prior conversations, Aussie Expat had a great view, and his discussion against Brody's position were interesting takes. None of them were wrong, but either of them were interesting, and they position themselves within the scope of what they know to be, I guess, like regionally appropriate legal discourse. If we go through anything further, we could discuss it with New York City's specific rules and regulations as pertains to this. But it was fascinating to see all of the comments, and if you look at whoever's like an emotional supporter of one position over the other, interesting, just intriguing. We're all part of this hobby. It gives us a moment to take a look at what really happened versus would you do business with them? Maybe that's a lens through which we should look. Or do you find this business model to be acceptable or important or not important? Like, really cool stuff.
All good points. And I'll just say that I'm glad that Trax does not represent the kind of watch side of 47th Street. He's more known as the celebrity jeweler, custom jewelry
Yes. Yeah.
kind of guy. And I'm glad, not for any particular reason, but I'm just glad that watches haven't been besmirched, for lack of a better term, by all the antics that are going on the jeweler side of 47th Street.
Likely because that's not his specialty.
Exactly. I mean, you have, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday. You got the jeweler guys like Moses, primarily Moses, and Trax, and then you've got the high end jewelry guys, Avi and Co. and Jacob and Co. and things like that. But then you've also got watch guys like the watch guys on 47th Street, Jules and Vucom, and also Avi and Co. for Richard Mills. And they're separate. They're away from all of this drama, which I think is good. I don't think we want to be associated with all of this stuff, but let's see what happened today. This is Trax's latest reel published today, summarizing the situation. If I don't recall seeing this, so you and I can watch it for the first time. Okay. Eddie Mao, before we watch it, Eddie Mao reminds everybody to upvote the live stream. Let's get to 35 likes. 35 likes. If you're tuning in right now, we've got tons of people watching. I think we're like the #1 rated live stream right now.
I think you are. Damn awesome. Indeed, yes.
#1 based on intelligent viewers. If you just look at intelligent viewers versus we got the most intelligent viewers. Intelligent
at the top of the food chain. Indeed.
That has to be. We only want the smart viewers here. Here we go. TraxNYC latest reel on Instagram. Let's go.
Freddie, you tried to kill me with this chain because you and your stupid ass family didn't want to give a refund, bro. You've sat here. That's Freddie right there, and he's right here, pulling as hard as he can on the chain. All I could do was hope my staff could save me, which they did. Okay? So for your attempted murder and for your brother spitting in my face, you couldn't have the fucking sense to give a fucking refund, you stupid bastard, bro. That's how fucking sick and evil you motherfuckers are. Gotta get the money. I'm grateful to the NYPD. I'm grateful to my staff for saving my life. George, Freddie, and your stupid ass fucking father with his dumbass Hitler mustache. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Diamond District ain't for you, you dumb motherfucker, bro.
Oh. There's so much to unpack in that 17-second clip.
Gosh, this is insane.
They tried to murder me, bro.
They tried to murder me, bro. You and your Hitler mustache. Hey, all right.
He can mix attacks with threats with just flat out destroying someone's character.
Right.
Like that subtle little thing, like your Hitler mustache is like.
Oh my god!
He knows what he's doing there. He is look at 200 million views. Can't be wrong, or can it? 200.
I don't know.
So let's do it.
He's got some fantastic leverage here that he's able to use towards his own publicity. Like, there's not much more that we're seeing beyond that. He's usually like, I know he's got his over the top perspective and the way he goes and presents himself, but this one, he's gotten some free advertising.
Yes, this reel, which was posted only 2 hours ago, has 233,000 likes. Who knows how many views? It could be millions of views.
Millions
already. Right? It could be millions. Let's go through it in detail. By the way, there's a little tiny thing at the end, which is almost like something that they were supposed to cut out, but they didn't cut out. Listen to this carefully. John D, pay attention.
Okay.
Much better, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? He said, much better, right?
So intriguing. He's making a distinction on, I guess, either his perceived distinction between weight, between the 9.25 karat gold and the 10 karat that he's, I guess, his competitor sold. I'm not really sure what the real value of
Well,
that gold was, but
well,
he's making some distinction.
Yeah, well, what I heard was that's much better, right?
Yeah, right.
Meaning that he's basically telling his photographer, okay, that take was a good one, right? So there were multiple takes where
Yeah,
he
how much are we
rehearsed
running
this.
here for the camera? I mean, the initial outburst was filmed prior to him actually confronting that guy with the white shirt and the suit. So it was all built into this entire social media game that these guys are playing. If we wanted to kind of follow him from, he said, prior to the entire event, hey, bro, catch me. I'm going to go and confront this guy, get it on film. I'm sure we would have all seen some idiot press play and say, oh, go record. And we watched him all the way down to the very next counter of this sleazy space that these guys work in. And he confronted him. Like, that's where we get the entire event. If it goes beyond that, like each of these guys have come up with their own personal response, but I'm going to take this view. At the conclusion of whatever legal event that has occurred, absolutely no one is going to pay more than a penalty.
So you're not a believer. You're not alarmed that the district attorney hasn't filed attempted murder charges against Freddie Akai. They tried to kill me, bro, with my own chain.
Close personal relationship with the Manhattan district attorney. I'm very certain what we have here is going to be settled with a financial penalty and a please don't do it again. And then either this Max guy or whoever the other guy is, they will both convene with some kind of amicable agreement. There's not going to be a stay away order protection. That's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
No.
The other thing, let's break down the statement piece by piece, nugget by nugget. Trax's comment here says, "Not here to be murdered by you, Freddie Akai. Too stupid and too greedy to give a refund. Most disgusting people ever." TraxNYC.com. Let me ask you this: when he says something like "most disgusting people ever," do you think what he's doing there is he's trying to do? I mean, this is a touchy subject, but you think he's trying to do like group dynamics? Like when he says "most disgusting people ever," do you think he intentionally words it that way to like, okay, it's not, this isn't directed just at individuals, but I want you to think of it broader.
He may be very much pointing at
be careful what you say.
Collectivism. Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. He may be pointing at a group of people rather than the individual behind this kind of.
That's right, and I think he does that intentionally, and he does that because those kinds of phrases are ambiguous.
Now, he might say inflammatory.
Ambiguous and inflammatory.
People, if you look at polling research, people are risk averse. So when they become risk averse, they see whoever it is that is on the opposite side of the presented, like, even though it's fake, but they present this inflammatory perspective of this person is an aggressor and they're dangerous, and I am Robin Hood, your savior, and somehow that collective group becomes lumped together, whoever that group may be.
Yeah. Now, Max would say, like, when I say most disgusting people ever, the group to which I'm referring are the lying, scheming rats on 47th Street. And then people might look at that statement and go, well, okay, well, what does he mean by that? You know what I mean? Everything that he says is like threaded with innuendo and multiple interpretations. So like there's like 5 different people can read that statement, most disgusting people ever, and 5 people from 5 different backgrounds, ways of life, ethnicity, religions can think that he agrees, that they agree with him.
Exactly.
He's on their side. Very, very clever. Very clever. Now, let's play this from the beginning, and we will comment line by line. If you have anything to comment in the chat, just shout it out. Maybe we'll pull it up, maybe we won't.
Yeah. Yo, Freddie, you tried to kill me with this chain.
Okay. You tried to kill me with this chain. True or false, John D?
I would say this is farcical nonsense.
Farcical nonsense. I mean, it's hyperbole. Is that a word? Hyperbole?
Yeah, that maybe.
It's exaggerated.
But his claim and the claim that the district attorney would be placing on a criminal complaint will not match. Trying to kill me with this. It's not the case.
With this chain.
Yeah, because you and your stupid ass family didn't want to.
Because you and your stupid ass family. Interesting choice of words there.
Family.
Freddie, you and your family.
Yeah.
You think that word was intentional?
Oh, of course. He's intentionally grasping at everything that would play to social media. Like this would be, hey, you and your family are after me. I'm somehow persecuted, and I'm, like somehow.
Family is a word that's sometimes used when you're talking about the mafia, right?
Right. I don't.
You're
think
talking about organized crime.
Could be right. Very much like
when he says, "Listen, you and your family," is he kind of like weaving in this element, like, "Hey, it's a family in the sense that you guys are blood related, but you're also a criminal family." See, I don't think this should.
He could make this up because he realizes just how low value his nonsense is. If he were to be like really beat up by somebody, his brains would be all over 47th Street. But realistically, this crybaby got choked out and he had a little bit of like, oh, my neck hurts. So the DA has already recognized that this guy is basically a pussy crying about nonsense. His friends are also pussies crying about nonsense. He's saying, oh, I'm the victim. But you know what? You're right. You are the victim. What you did was act, and this is where Aussie expat came into play. Great idea. What you see on the video is a crybaby client saying, I don't appreciate what service I have received from your company. I would like a refund. They may throw a tantrum, but you didn't see him act unlawfully. And that's the key word. He didn't act unlawfully in the first part. The guy who spits in his face, also not an arrestable offense. However, that escalates it from a nothing event into something that's, well, maybe somebody can get involved. Someone who might be part of the intervention group, which is in-house security. If you're a crybaby and a pussy like Trax is, he'll call the cops, or someone else will call the cops, whatever it is. They'll show up, and their intervention will then be specific to New York City, like New York state law, but New York City also has rules and regulations, which are not part of New York state. So when he goes and acts in his manner, basically we're seeing nothing. That's the real thing. We see nothing.
So you are of the opinion, which is different than Brody's legal opinion.
Brody is like, and I thought about this all day today.
You think because, and by the way, we had a vote about this. We had a poll yesterday. We asked, did Trax stay far away from the line? Did he go right up to the edge of the line but not cross it, or did he cross the line? And 54% of the people said, he actually crossed the line, meaning that they felt like what he did, I don't know if that was, was criminal or technically assault or whatever, but basically he was the instigator.
He could have been an instigator in something called either disorderly conduct or harassment. Now, the recipient of that behavior, which is a guy in the white suit or white shirt and suit, he should have said, hey, you're here under the following rules. One would be you have no legitimate purpose and you have generated annoyance and alarm. He is there for a legitimate purpose, which is to criticize the fact that, hey, I need a refund. I'm here for business purposes. I would like $22,000.
He's standing on business.
He's there on business. In his face, which I think Brody said, well, you know, the guy was like acting like a lunatic. If he were to say, I'm a loud, screaming, disgruntled client, there's nothing unlawful about that. Even the spitting in the face, which someone in the comments just said, I think Earl's, it's not an arrestable offense. You don't get arrested for spitting in someone's face in New York City. Maybe in another part of the country, maybe that's a crime. New York City,
here it's just called Thursday.
It's just lunch. Open your mouth, collect that wide, you'd be good to go, bro. A little bit extra protein if he has something yummy.
That's real. Are you being serious? You cannot get arrested.
You're not getting arrested for
you
spitting
spit
in
on
someone's face, unless it is, since it's a violation, it must be in the presence of a law enforcement officer. That is the rule. You do not get arrested for that. I don't know if Alejandro thinks you get arrested for that. You don't. 30 years in law enforcement, I'm very certain of this. You're not getting collared because you spit in someone's face. They'll take a complaint report, but unless it's in their presence, you're not getting arrested for this. That's the way it goes.
All right, let's go through this video. I'm alarmed that you would say that there's no criminality going on here.
I'm not saying it's criminality.
Let's refresh our recollection. Let's refresh our recollection first as to what happened on Friday in the Diamond District.
Where's my fucking money, motherfucker? Where's my fucking money, bitch? Where's my money? I got this fucking bracelet. Where's my fucking money? What are you gonna do, bitch? What are you gonna fucking do? Doc, motherfucker, you saying VVS, I3, 14 karat, and you're using my name, you bitch! Yeah, 6447. Thief! You fucking thief! Bitch!
Stop. Take it.
No! Get the fuck your hands off of me, bro! Get your fucking hands off of me, bro! Yeah, bro. Calm down. You give me my money, bitch!
You're never gonna see that.
Okay. Break it down for us, John D. As an expert in law enforcement and criminal justice, what just happened here?
Well, basically what you got is a guy that's in his face. This is unless the guy in the white shirt with the black suit.
That's Freddie. You call him Freddie. Freddie Akai.
Okay.
Yeah,
if Freddie is perceiving this to be annoyance and alarm, it's still a violation. There's nothing that's rising above the statutory limit of a violation in New York State, like New York State crime. This is not a misdemeanor. What I've seen is not a felony, of course. So this is not an arrestable offense.
Okay. And then, of course, following that altercation, here is the I'll show it without sound, and I'll turn the sound on when it recycles through. But this is the infamous melee that occurred. Here we go. An additional confrontation resulting in the spit heard around the world. They tried to kill me, bro. With my, I like how he uses bro, bitch, and motherfucker.
don't fucking fuck out of here.
Hello.
Oh, they wildin'.
Oh my
They
God.
wildin'. They wildin'.
Oh,
Yeah, get that
girl. Yo, David.
In the end, they tried to kill me. Strangle me with my own chain. To get out of this hospital. TraxNYC.com.
Fucking little bitch. You fucking bitch.
Ooh. All right. In your expert legal opinion, this is where this Freddie guy committed. No, he did. This didn't constitute the assault, but the melee afterward constituted assault by the Akai family. Correct?
This guy, who's the security guard,
Mm-hmm.
seems to be pretty straightforward. He's like, I'm going to remove it. Like, no one is getting in his way. And Max is walking out the building. I'm not really sure that you see anything at this point that would strike me as a violation of law that would require an arrest. But the melee that ensues afterwards, totally separate.
Yep.
And how you would handle it, obviously, would be quite different. You know, you can make variations of how the initial, he goes and cries that the price isn't right, and he slaps his little piece of gold on the counter, and he's like, yes, it's so overpriced and it's inappropriate. Yes, but that's what many clients of tons of stores across the country do.
Yep.
No one reacts in the same way. You know, there's a lot of variation here.
And of course, there was this incident that occurred earlier in the day or on the prior day. This one is content gold. I can't help but play this one. Forgive me.
Not only did these fucking pieces of shit, okay, rip you off on this fucking thing, it turned out to be 9-karat gold, right? You had a check? Yes. So they're going to be giving you $1,000 on top. Here's $22,000 for your fucking trouble. These fucking bum motherfuckers, bro. You get people in this exchange, people in this. Stop being greedy pieces of fucking lying shit. So I'm Trax. I want this coming up with a fucking scheme every fucking time. Keep fucking scheming, bro. 9 fucking carat this, 2 carat that, this, that. Security what, bro? Fucking bullshit, bro. Stop fucking stealing. You gotta come up. I want my fucking money, motherfuckers, bro. I gave the money up. You want to be TraxNYC? Here's TraxNYC. Akai. Garbage. You motherfuckers are garbage.
Interesting.
You got. I don't want to say you gotta love it, but it does bring a smile to my face. I don't know why. I don't know why it does, but I like it. Now let's go back to this video. The video from today. This is Monday, and we'll go back line by line through this one.
Yo, Freddie, you tried to kill me with this chain because you and your stupid ass family didn't want to give a refund, bro. You've sat here. That's Freddie right there, or he's right here, pulling as hard as he can on the chain. All I could do was hope my staff could save me, which they did.
Now, there's another smart thing that he did is he rallied his team behind him. I don't think the team was very much involved in saving him, but he's creating a sense of camaraderie. Like, hey guys, we're all in this together. Like thanks for supporting me. I support you. We're all one big team kind of thing. It's like all for one, one for all. Fair. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Okay? So for your attempted murder and for your brother spitting in my face, you couldn't have...
for your attempted murder, okay? By this screenshot, this is a great picture of Matt. Better than this picture. This picture right here. Oh, they switched it. Oh, they updated the thumbnail. Wow, they updated the thumbnail. Now they have still a baby face picture of Trax, but now they in the middle, they have the confrontation with Freddie Akai, and it says TraxNYC, where's my money? Interesting. You think Patrick Bet David is looking to milk this for attention and views and clicks as well? Perhaps. We bring you the breaking news in real time, guys. In real time. All right, back to the Instagram. Let's go.
Have the fucking sense to give a fucking refund, you stupid bastard, bro. That's how fucking sick and evil you motherfuckers are.
Okay. That's how sick and evil you motherfuckers are. Do you think there was an attempt there to broaden the scope of his attack subliminally for certain groups or types of people who were watching?
I think he was probably putting a simple PR spin on this. This is great PR leverage. He could say anything in generalities, and people will say, "Interesting." I think I side with the underdog, which he's portraying here.
Okay, I think I get what you're saying. By the way, I want to bring something up. Let me see. Give me 2 seconds. I want to look through something in my chat. Feel free to read the comments in the chat or do whatever you want. John D, hold on a second.
Yeah. Alejandro's like got a good point though. I got a good laugh out of this. He's like, yo, you come off like you teach at a security school. Yo, bro, I don't teach at a security school. I spent 30 years in the trenches, bro. Maybe you work at a security school.
Okay, check this out. Let me be careful. I'm gonna. But I mean, this is an example of how unbelievable. Let's see here.
There are no trenches for you, Alejandro. Why don't you tell me where you worked, bro?
I'm going to read this article, and you guys are going to be shocked. This is the New York Post. So this is our hometown paper. John, do you explain to the people what does the New York Post represent to the people of New York?
Oh my goodness, it's the absolute rag.
Absolute rag. It's like the National Enquirer of New York City, right?
Yeah.
But listen to this article. This article was published yesterday. I'm going to read it. You're going to be shocked at how completely one-sided it is. It's like Trax's PR people fucking wrote this for the New York Post. New York City Diamond District jeweler claims viral fight erupted with jealous fucking losers who ripped off customer over $22,000 bracelet. Already the headline is super one-sided and inflammatory. Correct? Agreed?
Yeah, that's not fair.
Listen to this. The New York City Diamond District jeweler seen getting pummeled in a viral video blasted his rivals as jealous fucking losers and claimed the fight erupted after he confronted them for ripping off a customer. TraxNYC owner Maksud Agajani, 39, said Friday's wild brawl between him, George Akai, 46, and Freddie Akai, 42, broke out after the brothers sold a $22,000 diamond bracelet to a customer, allegedly misleading the buyer that it was a TraxNYC piece, according to Agajani. Agajani, whose clients include YouTube giant Mr. Beast and rappers Kodak Black and Busta Rhymes, said it's a recurring problem with the brothers, as he recalled the fight to the Post on Sunday. So we have a celebrity jeweler to the stars who's backed by these great rappers, and he was fighting over some injustice done to a customer. I mean, it's already it's completely one-sided. These were a family of fucking losers that were jealous that I was a successful jeweler and would constantly try to steal my clients by saying they were me, he claimed in a phone interview. After repeated warnings, they refused to stop. The customer confronted Agajani on New Year's Eve about the pricey bracelet, leading him to fork over a refund. He said, "I gave the guy his money and I went to war," Agajani said. When he approached the brothers, whose booth is only 2 to 3 feet away in the shared space on West 47th Street, they refused to cough up the dough, Agajani alleged. Quote, "I decided to expose them for the frauds they are, and they wanted to kill me for it," unquote, referring to the shocking videos he posted on social media. Footage shows the melee unfolding when Agajani stormed over to their booth, Akai Diamonds, and accused them of stealing from him. Quote, "Where's my fucking money, you motherfucker?" Agajani erupted while slamming the counter with the bracelet in front of shocked customers. "Where's my fucking money, bitch? I got this shitty bracelet. Where's my money? What are you gonna do, bitch?" He continued in the video, which he shared on Instagram to his 3.3 million followers. "You're using my name, you bitch, you fucking thief," he shouted while holding up a receipt in front of one of the brothers before security escorted Agajani away. Another video shows one of the Akai brothers spitting in Agajani's face, leading to a massive brawl and Agajani getting beaten. Quote, "Freddie was strangling me and George threw a whole scale at my head," unquote, claiming the brothers' kin also were involved in the brawl. Agajani, it's funny how many times they misspelled Agajani in this article. They have no editorial skills whatsoever. Agajani said his staff eventually came to his rescue, and without them, he would be dead. "If they never came, I would have been strangled to death," he said. The brothers were led out of the business in handcuffs, video shows, and later charged with assault. Agajani, meanwhile, was taken to Bellevue Hospital, the victim, where he posted a video showing red marks on his neck underneath a massive chain. He never wants to see his rivals again and plans to sue the pair. Quote, "They could have resolved it by just giving me back my fucking money that I gave back to the customer," he said. "They would rather destroy," this is another quote, "they would rather destroy their entire jewelry business and career because they are fucking greedy animals." The Akai brothers could not be immediately reached for comment Sunday night. Just this kind of coverage is just unbelievable. It's like he wrote a screenplay of what happened, and they printed it word for word, and they made him look like an absolute saint, and the Akai family as just evil criminals.
Well, here's an interesting thing about this. When the attorney for Trax reached out to the RAG has absolutely no obligation to corroborate the accuracy of statements made to them. And this is the problem with the press, why you probably shouldn't believe much of it. A publishing company has no obligation to prove that the statements made to them by witnesses or people that say they were there as true. And so they can print it as stated by, or, this individual according to.
Mm-hmm.
So if the attorney for Trax goes and chases down the RAG, whichever it is, the Post, Daily News, whatever it is, they can go and publish lots of these things without legal repercussions, because they're going to say, this person's said to me. I have no obligation to confirm that what they said to me was true or not.
Yeah. They basically printed whatever he told them, and the direct quotes are in quotes and other things are paraphrased, but it's a completely one-sided account, and their defense is basically, hey, we reached out to the other side, but we couldn't get a hold of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable. All right, back to today's Instagram post.
Gotta get the money. I'm grateful to the NYPD.
Shout out to the NYPD. He's grateful to them, but
I know.
Not affiliated with anybody on this panel or
Not
anybody in the chat.
affiliated. Not directly affiliated. Exactly.
Nope, not directly or in any other way.
In any other way.
And shout out to the team for saving his life, by the way.
Saving his life because he was almost choked out by his own amazing chain. Yeah.
Ugly chain, by the way. I mean, and that's the one thing that we can, it's the one thing on which all of us can agree is that it's an ugly chain and he's got terrible taste in watches. Max, buy better watches. Don't wear that ugly iced out Datejust. Reach for the crown by buying an actual fucking day date in platinum, or get don't wear a Datejust. Don't wear one of your fucking iced out Santoses that you have in the case with the ugly fucking lab diamond, whatever the hell you have. Just get a classy. He is a super casual guy. Maybe if we could pick the perfect watch, it has to be full factory for TraxNYC. Now he's driving around in a Lamborghini these days. Look at him. You know his attitude. You know his lifestyle. You know his personality. You see the way he wears. He drives around in a Lambo now. He used to driving around like a cheaper car, but what would be the perfect factory piece? And it has to come from one of the approved brands. What would he wear? From
one of the approved.
Oh, well, God. Yeah. I mean, he's not gonna wear a Breitling. I mean, come on.
Right.
Come on. It's not crazy.
That's a good option, though, right? What would be an authorized factory approved item?
We have 50 people watching right now. Over 50 people watching, John D. Certainly we get a few smart people who know Trax very well, can type in the specific reference, metal, and dial color that should adorn his profane laden wrist.
Yeah, I could see it being blinged out, just like Eddie said. Definitely diamonds all over the place.
Very smart choice here. A day date with factory diamond bezel and markers. That would be perfect because it's bling, but it's factory and it's expensive.
He's a total of $135 with rocks in his pockets. It's going 36 millimeter.
36, okay.
That's what I'm thinking he's going to go with.
Gotcha. Eddie Mao, great choice. Eddie Mao's a member of the channel.
Good choice, Eddie.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of that chain. There are a lot of other styles of chains that I like better than that. Eddie Mao, by the way, we had a team call earlier. Every single one of us is now more likely to buy a gold chain in 2026 than we were before all this shit happened. Guys,
hey, OC, I'm with you, though. I'm going CRM over this clown.
Okay. I agree. I would go with CRM too. Let's start a poll. Are you more or less likely to consider buying a gold chain in 2026? Way more likely, somewhat more likely. I'm typing the choices right now. Somewhat more likely, less likely, and far less likely. Boom. Let's start the poll. What is this done to the chain? What has this done to the psychology around gold chains? I got to tell you, I'm just me personally. I've thought about getting one of those small Cuban link chains. Like,
come on, listen. I think we should have the chains to match the group that we all hang out with. I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah, we should have unified chains. We should have a Boston chain, New York chain, Miami chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's make it like, we'll make it like the Crips and the Bloods. So the poll question is live. The question is, how do you feel about chains now that chains have gotten so much? They tried to kill him with his own chain, guys. Does that make you more likely to want a chain? Because the psychology is like, you know what? I think I want a chain now. But there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the chat who, in the comments of these videos, are like, "I'm buying a fucking chain now," from TraxNYC. Now, I wouldn't recommend going to TraxNYC, but I mean, I don't know. But are you more interested in gold chains now than you were before this? Let us know in the chat. We'll let 20 or 30 people vote, and we will inform you of the results.
I didn't know I needed a chain, but I need one.
You didn't know until right now.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Hey, we got Dear Artifact, a member of the OC channel, in the chat. He says, the 228398 TBR on Peter Bet David. That guy, yeah, he wears a platinum date with the diamonds. So that's a good. I mean, that's a good choice for him, and is a good choice for Trax too. Thank you, Dear Artifact. All right, back to the video.
Grateful to my staff for saving my life.
That's right. They saved my life.
George, Freddie, and your stupid ass fucking father with his dumbass Hitler mustache. Get the fuck.
Freddie, George, and your dumbass. What I could probably say, dumbass father, Hitler mustache.
Fuck up out of here, bro. Diamond District ain't for you, you dumb motherfucker, bro.
He's basically saying, like, would that be considered a geographic threat? Like, hey, get out of town. Like in the old days, you would say, like, hey,
get out of Dodge, bro.
Get out of Dodge. Yeah, this town, there ain't enough room in this town for the both of us. It's like, listen, like, by the way, don't step foot back into your own legally rented leased space, because I'm coming for you.
Exactly. You're like, listen, you know what?
Yeah. That take was much better, right? Yeah, way better. Max, good job. You got it all in there. If you're not already wearing a gold chain and gold bracelet, you are not sure what that animal is. I'm not going to say it. I'm afraid.
Oh my God.
I have a gold chain that I got when I was 16, but I don't wear it anymore. It's a rope style yellow gold chain.
I have the same thing. I have something for confirmation.
Yep. Confirmation.
13, 14.
When we were bar mitzvah, we got a gold chain and other things. Let's see. If anybody wants to jump on the panel and discuss what's going on today, feel free. Got Doc Mick in Florida, who's a member of the channel. Hello, everyone. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. So let's cover the news of the day. The news of the day is tomorrow morning. We will be possibly, we will be doing live commentary analysis of a new interview, a brand spanking new interview with TraxNYC, hosted by Paul Butter Daily on the Paul Butter Daily PB and Jelly podcast. I'll drop a link. I'll give the guy a little bit. Listen, he needs some publicity. He needs a little bit of help. So what I'm going to do is do this. At no charge whatsoever. At no charge whatsoever, I'm going to drop a link to the PB&J podcast.
Ooh,
boom,
nice. Boom.
Listen, I'm not expecting to be compensated for this. We're going to drive a ton of traffic to this guy. Let's make this guy blow up on social media. Right. This PB&J guy. Let's listen.
Brody had a question. He wants to know where he can get this specific Pave diamond necklace.
Where can I get this specific? Get a nice Pave diamond puka shell necklace. I'm not even familiar with puka shell.
I'm not sure what that is, but maybe you can get that at TraxNYC, or you can maybe get it
.com.
Who knows? PBJ.com.
PBJ, or maybe PBJ.com. Yeah. So listen, I want to help. I want to help promote this small fledgling podcast. So if you're not familiar with this guy with the big ears, this Paul Bateman Johnson guy, then check out his podcast. I dropped the link in the chat. Hit the notification so tomorrow morning you could watch it, or even better yet, come back here where we will do real-time commentary analysis we'll steal his content, play it on this channel, and do color commentary over it, and we'll steal all the super chats. How about that? Sounds pretty good. Boxer fan says, couldn't pay me to wear gold chains. Not a fan, but to each his own. Thank you very much. Listen, we are watch people, so we're not immune to men's jewelry, men's accessories, but this is pretty much the only established piece of men's jewelry that we can wear without getting laughed at. But
Not
maybe
really
gold
sure
chain.
about that. We're not gonna share that opinion, but
Gold chains is maybe another one. What other accessory?
Rough.
What other accessories do you
cufflinks?
do you enjoy?
Belt
Cufflinks,
buckles.
okay. Well, cufflinks only when you're wearing a button-down shirt with cuffs.
True. Then
I mean, when is that?
don't
Once a
wear
month?
them.
How many black tie events do you attend?
Do you not realize after 5 p.m. no one's a farmer? It's time to wear dress clothes. Put on your cufflinks. That's what happens.
Interesting, because we have this debate a lot on team calls. Are the days of the dress watch in the rear view mirror? Are the days of the formal dress watch going away because people are... No, I mean, listen, I mean,
way.
I don't want to name names, but people are like, you know what?
Name them.
We don't go to,
Name them.
They're in the chat.
Yeah, listen, nobody's going to say this is real, but dress watches are making a gradual comeback. People are realizing that the simplicity of two-hand watches are fantastic
With an
for their
alligator strap.
purpose. For their purpose. If you want discreet, simple, tell me what time it is to get out of this joint, that's the kind of watch you need.
Yeah, but watches don't serve that purpose specifically. At least not to people like me. I mean, you know me, I'm a flex collector. I'm about what the watch communicates.
But I'm in that realm of I like a two-hander for those events where I know I don't want to be there. But it's going to give me the opportunity to say a quick glance without looking rude. Tell me what time to get out of here. I've already had 6 to 10 drinks. I think that's fair. Somewhere in that range of 6 to 10. I think it gets me out of the door. And I realize, I've only been here an hour, 6 to 10 drinks later. We're knee deep in that entire, I think at the 2-hour mark, this event is going to be old. A two-handed watch is perfect. Dress watches serve their purpose in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
They allow you to escape chaos. Like, I'm going to give an example. You've got to go to somebody's christening, bar mitzvah, confirmation, whatever you want to call it. Pick your event. And it's a 4-hour ordeal. And somehow you don't want to look rude saying, well, you know what? I'm a little bit late and I'm ready to leave early. Somehow this magic timepiece is going to tell you it's time to break out. Don't look rude. That's it. It's the ultimate. A two-hander. Quick glance and you're out.
Yeah. To those who say like, hey, the proliferation of work from home, the people not going into the offices anymore. People, when they do go into offices, they're not wearing suits. They're not all buttoned up. They're wearing things that are more casual. So the people who say that say like, listen, that naturally means that there's not going to be such a strong demand for having a formal, what they would consider a formal dress watch as often as they may have wanted in the 50s, 60s, 70s, etc. You would say what to that argument?
Vacheron just came out with their 36 or 38 millimeter, I believe it's the Patrimony two-hander. That was last year's big anniversary collection. Simplicity from them. If they didn't think that it was worthy of creating something for that niche part of our niche market, They wouldn't have. The simplicity of having a two-hander, you don't realize it until you own it. Lots of people like the, complexity of like maybe a chrono or a perpetual or lots of things going on the dial. But every now and then, a two-hand time-only watch is fantastic. And I think here's the example. VC showed up last year with it.
Let's go to the Vacheron website where we can check this out. Now, this is go to the watches, collections, patrimony. An ode to simplicity. These, I have to say, Vacheron makes incredible, classy, high-end dress watches and they're part of the Holy Trinity. No one can
If
deny.
you love a gorgeous, simple watch, and the art of discretion is embedded in this simplicity, like that's the thing. If you want to have a lot of embellishments, this isn't it, maybe. But if you enjoy the idea that there's almost nothing on this dial that's not perfect, those two watches that you just passed, like the ones that are a little above, really simple, time only, like gorgeous in their finishing. There's nothing left outside the scope of somebody's purview. They said this is going to be a great option if you want a dress watch.
Got it. Those are 39 millimeter white gold, and this is a 39 millimeter, I think, pink gold. You prefer white gold or pink gold? Pink gold.
I like the pink. That's just my preference. I like the that color contrast with the blue.
27,800, pricey, but you know what? This is a Holy Trinity. This is a top 5 watch brand. You go in with Vacheron Constantin, you are part of the upper crust. No, I think Vacheron and Patek are the two dress watches that communicate opulence, luxury, success.
Well, let's be
all
honest.
Of those things.
AP, what's their dress watch? Oh, that's right. They don't have one. They have nothing. If you want a Patrimony or you want the Calatrava, you've got two options here with the Holy Trinity.
Within the Holy Trinity.
Straightforward, very clean. Nothing superfluous. You've got a great everyday watch if you need it. It's not going to give you the universe. That's where you need to go with your perpetual. But it gives you every day, and it'll give you the cadence of your workday if you need it. You could probably rock that for everything except the ocean.
I have to say, I am a fan of some of these, including some of these crazy retrograde. You don't like these complications. You prefer the simplicity of
no.
Two hands?
I wouldn't be opposed, but I think what are these 41?
42 and a half, I believe. 42.5.
42 and a half. They're on the large side for me to think of what I would like to see for a dressier company. Like these watches should be 40 and less, I would say, just from my opinion. And I'm not saying that for wrist size. I'm saying that for a dress complication or a dressy style, I personally would prefer to see it less in your face. Like there's something about thinness of case and scale of the entire platform that tells me that is something different. That's something of its own complication. So if you give me, let's say, a 38 or a 39 millimeter perpetual calendar with a equation of time and a moon phase and a whole bunch of other things, that's miraculous watchmaking in a very tiny space. Their engineering prowess tells me fantastic work, whoever that is. So the bigger, not my preference. That's all.
Got it. And just to compare and contrast with something from another brand here, we do have from Audemars Piguet in pink gold, the Code 1159 with the blue dial and a blue texture strap. 39,100 is the price, the new price for that.
What is the case thickness on this?
The case thickness is, great question, 10.7. 10.7.
Okay, fair.
Not the thickest in the world, not bad, but you see like a world of difference between this and Vacheron and Patek in terms of like what they communicate. I mean, this doesn't. Yeah. This looks like a casual watch. This doesn't look like a classy.
This is Daniel Wellington to me.
Ooh,
I'm just saying.
Daniel Wellington. Let's not forget the anniversary model Vacherons that were introduced earlier last year with that Maltese cross motif on the dial.
You know, the birthmark on the face is hurting my feelings, but I'm just not a fan of that extra Maltese cross.
Of the extra. Got it.
Yeah.
Unnecessary, according to you.
Yeah, I would take the other more simple versions. And I believe there are some collectors in our community that have owned some neo vintage, like 1990s retrograde calendar models from Vacheron.
You even have some non-automatic. Yeah, super simple, and you don't get more classic, boring, and timeless than this.
I love boring and timeless. Timeless and boring.
24,300, 40 millimeter, pink gold case. That's it. Very thin hands, very elegant. Listen, we went from 50 viewers down to 33. That's what Watch Talk does. Hey, but listen, if you came for the Trax drama, but you're not a watch fan, then the channel isn't for you, because we pretty much do boring watch talk most of the time. Ryan Singer reminding everybody to upvote the live stream. Thank you very much. Let's get to 40 likes. Let's get to 40 likes. By the way, Boxer fans, jump on the show. If you got something that you want to share with the audience, jump on. Click on that link that says StreamYard.com, pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you have a camera and microphone enabled. Jump on. We love unboxings or show and tell with any of the approved brands: Rolex, Patek, AP, and Richard Mille. Today we're even including Vacheron. We're reaching down slightly, pulling them up just a little bit, and including them in our discussion. Buckley's in the chat says almost bought this Patrimony in Italy. Maybe I'm not sure if he's referring to this exact one or one before. I agree with John D. However, the dress watch is on the chopping block. He's one of those that I think that believes that the rise of casual work from home, less office time, less formal wear, all those things, younger generation, means that the dress watch is not coming back. The dress watch is on the chopping block, likely gone completely in 20 years at the rate we are going.
Oh, this is where Buckley always comes in. He's got this vision. Despite his chronological longevity, he's always a man above his years. I agree with you. I think you're going to see a cutback in Vacheron's going to say this entire line is going to be condensed into probably 3 variants, 5 variants tops. But it won't vanish. And I'll tell you why. Old people like me like this old shit where you feel like, hey, I would appreciate something really simple, a two-hander from a Holy Trinity or from somebody that's like, a Saxonia way up there, well finished, really simple design, nothing flamboyant, just a really nice two-hander. And if you've got a collection, let's say somewhere between 50 and 100 watches, there's plenty of space for 2 or 3 watches in this kind of category. But I would bet he's right. He's probably going to say, "Hey, I'm not wrong on this. In 10 years from now, you'll see the patrimony line condensed, like really like distilled into their 4 or 5 really top hitters, and that's it. You won't go pages of that. The traditional, you won't see multiple pages of it. You'll see far less." He's probably right on all of those counts.
Young people aren't really into this style of watch. Is it your position, John D, that as if you are into watches like sports watches and Rolex and whatever, as you get older, you see the romanticism of a simple dress watch like this more and more, or do you have to like these when you're young in order to appreciate them ever?
I mean, I guess this is all the individual seeing what they like, but we have friends in common.
Because I just like a Buck, like say, let's say like Buckley's position might be like, okay, like you, some of us are old and we like this, but the young people don't like this, and they're not going to like this in 20 years.
So let's throw this idea. I mean, there's somebody that we had dinner with recently, you and I, and his collection is full of extremely complicated, extraordinary pieces. And yet he has 1 or 2 in his collection that are two-handers. Or maybe they are time and date only, really simple stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that your maturity in collecting leaves behind what's most focused and simple when you distill out all of the chaos, like all of the dial specialties. You got the bling, everybody's got a chandelier, or you want something that's got lots of complications. At some point, a really simple time-only watch might work for a number of collectors who will say, I really still want this in your collection, and willing to pay retail for it. And I'm not saying that I'm part of that group, but I think I am, where I'd pay retail for something that would lose value the minute I walk off the lot, just to say I need that correct model. It's not out there yet, but the correct model. So you could think of like Bernard Lederer has the 39 CIC. It's a simple, very, very clean dial, time only watch. But what goes behind it are the diamonds. The diamonds are on the inside for that. He's selling you exactly what we're saying. Hey, maybe the mass production watches don't sell.
Something like this.
Something exactly like that.
Sector dial. This is like a sector dial with the sub dial off to the. It's not even a 730. It's like a 745. Very interesting placement. Yep.
You take a look at what the movement is, and you say to yourself, Bernard Lederer gave me the diamonds on the inside. The movement and the architecture of the double impact, like the escapement is what you're looking for. The dial is clean and simple. But, you'd be You'd be privileged to own this in your collection, and I will completely pass credit upon the gentleman we had lunch or dinner with most recently for illuminating this magical piece of horology to me.
There
He
you go.
seems to have an amazing collection, but I'm surprised he doesn't own this yet.
Collectors connecting with each other, all in the spirit of positivity and horology. Hey, look, we have in the chat here, we've got people who kind of agree with you. Ace Live. What's up, Ace? It's a classy watch. I'm referring to this one now. Let me just make sure I pull this one back up. It's a classy watch that never goes out of style. Got Julius Caesar says, I'm a young guy and I love dress watches. And then you have Boxer Fans, third comment in a row here. I doubt if a classic gold dress watch like this Patrimony, will ever go out of style. Yeah, there's something to be said for, I mean, there's reason why this particular style and design of watch has been around for 200 years. It just, for some reason, stands the test of time.
Yeah, the simplicity. If you needed to engrave something on the back, this would be a great model, an anniversary, or just a simple, hey, I need a everyday dress watch when I need a dress watch.
Now, I'd have to say that Buckley has a dress watch that is also extremely complicated. He has this puppy, the 5396R, which is stands for rose gold. It's an annual calendar with the moon phase, 24-hour hand. There's a lot more visually going on here. His is famously with the Tiffany & Co. branding on it. Would your advice to Buckley be keep this watch as a forever piece in your collection? Or, you know what, it's not that great. You could either get something simpler or something.
Oh my goodness. Like, this is the person who, somebody's going to own this. Take a look at it. There's a real sense of architecture going on, not only with the actual movement, but with the case back itself in sapphire crystal that arches over the edge of the movement. Bernard Lederer, if you listen to his interviews, he's going to tell you just how much thought went into this. This is a piece of artwork. Mm-hmm. If I could say I'm going to go buy, like, I don't know, a Caravaggio or a Monet, you're in the realm here with some of these letterers or similar people that are producing 10 watches a year.
Right. Look at this puppy. Yep. Now we are talking. Yeah. The Patek or the Letterer? Which one? Boxer Fans. So what do you, I mean, do you have anything that's on your hit list for 2026? I mean,
my 2026 list is influenced by you, and you're a fault as well.
Don't let it be. Don't let it be. Like if you were to remove my terrible influence from your thought process, because you're always on the hunt for pre-owned pieces from a wide variety of different brands that do a lot of different things.
I'm in the realm at the moment for two pieces that I think are significant to the collection, and not for, you know, like any trends or anything like that, but I'm chasing down. It's really difficult. Which of the perpetual calendars from BC I would prefer to own? I think that's the 2026 objective. And I tell you this, I've heard this quote from someone else, so I'm not taking credit for it. But I thought it was so significant to me, thinking about how every watch that everyone owns is really rooted in astronomy. And the quote went something to the effect of, if you own a perpetual calendar, you own the universe. You basically own Earth's rotation in the orbit in its entirety. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, really cool thing to own. And I don't have a perpetual. I know a lot of guys out there have perpetuals and all different Patek things, but I want it from Vacheron because I feel like Vacheron is the unspoken gentleman's position to own. And I think Roy Davidoff had a recent interview where he quoted someone saying, he's like, you know what, even though Vacheron was the king, Patek is the king, and AP is the prince that will never be the king, you should still own all three.
Wow. So there are two, the one all the way on the left and all the way on the right. Those are Patek, Vacheron perpetual calendars. Are there either of those two kind of the aesthetic that?
Yeah,
is
the
appealing?
two periphery are
Okay.
right there. Yeah, I
Those
would say
the quad subdial,
the quad
classic.
subdial really grasps me for its balance. Yeah, I don't need the chronograph function to it, but yeah, definitely that's probably what's coming 2026.
Let's see if I can find. Here's one with diamonds in the middle here. A little bit too. I mean, it depends on your taste, but
yeah,
this one has more of the straight lugs, more of the brigade looking
Mhm.
lugs here.
But that quad look for the subdials is right.
Yep, look all the way on the right.
Definitely coming. Oh yeah, look at that.
Do you like
I
something
think
with a
we've talked to.
skeletonization?
I do like dial texture, which is why I prefer the Brigade stuff. It's got lots of guilloche, but you wouldn't hear me complain about this. A super piece of artwork. But that's the
AP by the
2026 item. I think that's what's coming.
Got it. Father Artifact, member of the OC channel here. Wearing a dress watch has a direct correlation to fitness. Getting in shape motivates you towards nicer clothes, which leads to a dress watch now and then. Good point. By the way, he's wearing you can see the Calatrava cross clasp there on his Patek Philippe 6119. No, it's a 6196 salmon platinum rose opaline platinum watch 6196. And look at this. Boxer Fans is an actual watch guy. Picked up a Tiffany & Co. stamped Patek. Yeah, Patek Philippe 5905 R, which is rose gold, late last summer that I asked for. Wow. Did you get that new from Tiffany Patek, the landmark? Let me know. If you're a local New York City guy, reach out to me on Instagram. We do dinners every 3 weeks. We haven't done one in a while. John D was at the last one. I picked the absolute worst restaurant. I felt totally embarrassed about that. But so I owe it to the group to pick a super nice place next time. So if you're in New York City, anybody watching, and you're a watch guy and you want to join our special private exclusive invite-only dinners, which we do every 3 to 4 weeks in Manhattan, reach out to me. You might meet John D in person, like last time he was there. Aussie Expat has joined the chat. This kind of watch makes my dick soft. So he doesn't like. I think it's a compliment. I don't want to think of him walking around with a boner.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I can't even imagine that. It would hurt my feelings. But see, these quad layouts for me, they work great. I find them so appealing. Balance, the symmetry. I would love this.
But something crazy like this is a little bit too much skeletonization. A little bit. Do you care about legibility, or do you like the?
I need the legibility, which is why I think the skeleton dials kind of don't work great for me. But otherwise, if this were a regular enamel dial or something like that, I would love it. This would be great.
Let me see if I can make this.
Round out my collection, and I just need. I feel like I need the perpetual, and I want it to come from Vacheron. I think that's the direction.
Very. Let's see. Vacheron for perpetual calendars. Vacheron, AP, and Patek. And Patek is like pricing is way astronomical. But are there any
I would
Patek
take a
perpetuals?
Patek one too. Sure. Like I just don't see anything in AP other than the neoclassical, like the kind of neo vintage stuff that makes me think, oh, those are the dressy versions. I just personally don't like the question, of do I need a code to get me somewhere where I don't want the code to begin with. It's for me, it's an answer looking for a question. I just don't want it. It's the Aquaterra of Omega. Like you're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Get a diver or get a dress watch. That's it. So I'm not a code person. So AP is out altogether. And I don't need the one trick pony. It's nice if you want the importance of having that integrated steel sports watch bracelet thing, but I could go beyond it. I don't really need a complication. But Vacheron for me, it's got some intrigue. They've never drifted away from all of their sides. If you want an overseas, it's a pretty important, fairly robust sports watch. And you can go chronographs or dress watches, and this works. I don't know. I like this. It feels like it would fill a vacancy that I really would like to fill, considering, let's say, we all have our own collecting preferences. Mine is every year, for me living on Earth, I want one new watch to match my age. So when I'm 60, I want 60 watches. When I'm 80, I want 80 watches, on and on. Each year, you got to find something that fills the importance gap so significantly that you can't enjoy it in the wild. It has to come home. Some of these Vacherons with this quad subdial layout work out great for me. I would love doing it.
Let's see if I can pull up some other classic examples here.
I mean, the ones you've pulled up so far are like really, really gorgeous. And I think we talk to somebody recently, and I'm going to say recently in the last, let's say, 180 days, and they were contemplating a 36 millimeter perpetual from Vacheron, and they live in London, Europe, England, somewhere.
It's possible.
I forgot. And they were discussing it with us, and we had thought, what a fantastic, between the quality of the product, the price that it's going for, because most people aren't chasing it, all of it lend itself to a really cool option.
Do you like any of the modern? Let me show you an example of a modern perpetual from Vacheron with the tourbillon and everything. Do you like that aesthetic?
I do like it. I won't say I won't. I'd be really happy with this. This would be great. I want the scale to be right for what I think of. When we all picture like something to adorn your wrist rather than cover your wrist. So, and you know who said this most often and is often the only person to say it, which is Buckley. He's like, a lot of guys rock these big watches and they think it fits their wrist, and it doesn't. if this is 42 and you've got a 7-inch wrist, it probably doesn't rock your wrist right. It covers your wrist rather than accentuate it. So, or like adorn in the right ratio between having some kind of background, which is your wrist, and this watch fitting correctly. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. Was it 41 and a half or something? Any idea how big this is? It's probably like closer to 42.
This one is, let me see here. I do not know.
Well, you got guys with like 9-inch wrists like Buckley. He could pull this off. I'm going to presume. That would make sense. Like you and I have human-sized wrists. It would have to be the right scale. Although I do love, in the abyss of two-dimensional electrons, this looks great. I love it. That'd be really hot. I would love that watch if it fit me right.
Let me show you some examples of Vacheron perpetual calendars here. This one has the logo at the bottom and the moon phase on the bottom. What do you think of this particular style? So it doesn't have the 4 full subdials. It has like the 4.5 with the moon phase at the bottom.
Really pretty. Right. This is the neo vintage stuff. That's probably like 36. It's great though. Like I would be very happy running into somebody if this fit them right. Like it has to be the right scale as well. It's gorgeous though.
Yeah. And then we have something like things like this. Here's an Vacheron on the left, AP on the right. You can see how similar.
Yeah, very similar.
They are
probably using the same case maker.
Yep, could have been the same case, and the lugs are kind of like welded on or whatever.
Yeah,
very similar.
Still, either one, if you pick them, be very happy with your purchase. If you own one of these, that'll be great.
Let me see what else we have here. Here's another ultra thin. Let me see. Boom.
Great symmetry, though. And you got the romance of a moon phase, which this week at the moment we're in the middle of, like, I believe it's full moon. Pretty today or tomorrow or something, or yesterday. Like we're in that phase of, if you have a moon phase, what a great thing to have.
Let's pull up a few more. Check.
That looks so good. That looks great.
This one's going to make you salivate right here. Check this out. Boom.
Oh, that's handsome.
Indeed. And then you have this one.
Yeah, that's great color with the strap.
Very monochromatic.
Nice, like that cream color dial to go with the soft gold.
Let's see here.
That's hot. That's really nice. So you can sense on this one that it's scale a little small for the wrist that it's on.
On this one, yeah.
Yeah, on this one. Like
sometimes at that angle though, it makes it look like the lug is way over to the edge of the wrist when it's really not. Okay. It's just the way that the angle of the camera, with the way it sitting on the wrist. When I wear my dress watches, they go to that side too, to the far away side. Okay. They sit on the far away side. If I take a picture angle like that, it looks like it's hanging off the edge of a cliff. Whole Milk says the problem with Vacheron Constantin is that there isn't anything that makes it different from a number of other watch brands. You would disagree. What are the characteristics and brand traits that you, John, do you find unique or different about Vacheron versus others?
Give me an alternative. So the problem with, I mean, Holmo's saying this is the problem. Like, I wouldn't even say there's a problem. It's a preference issue. Like, I would say this. Let's go through all of the perpetual calendars that are out there between the Holy Trinity options, whether you like it to be dressier or sportier, if that's even a thing. But toss out the idea, like, what would be a problem for any of them? It's only a preference, and the preferences, obviously, we all know in our collecting hobbies, are some guys like them to be on the sporty side because that's the way they live their life. They feel like, hey, I'm a little more in that style. But there are also people who are eager to say, I would like the one piece in my collection to be extremely dressy for a special occasion, to have this complication. It doesn't need to be the one that says I wear it every day. This could be like, hey, I'm going to wear this to every wedding I go to. All of my children are going to get married. I'm wearing it to their weddings. Every child that I have as a grandchild, this is the one I'm going to wear for those occasions to mark that moment. But how nice is it to say you've got a, like, if your collection, I would say, just my opinion, if your collection is sub 50, then you might consider like
sub 50 pieces or sub 50.
Yeah, sub 50 pieces. Like, you've got less than 50 pieces, you might be like, well, I don't know if this fits right in my lifestyle. But if it's above 50 pieces, you'd be like, of course I have space for this. I have space for 5 of these. Like, like a guy who's got like 85 pieces. Someone you and I both know. Guy has like deep 80 pieces, but they're monsters. Gorgeous pieces of collectible artwork. A lot of them are in that category of like what we're looking at right now.
By the way, IWC and JLC also make perpetual calendars that are very similar in style to this. Do you even consider them like in the same? Well, they're not in the same league, but do they even come into your thought process? Like, you know what, I can't get a Vacheron, so I'll just get JLC or IWC, or do you see those as
no, they're
different watches?
Yeah, they're in the same range of, like, let's say you're going to climb mountains, and you're looking for the top 10 peaks on the planet. Some of them are a little taller, some of them aren't as tall. I get it. JLC puts them up there. They're one of those peaks. They may not be the tallest, but I've got a few on my list that I can't wait to pick up. But they we all have our own hierarchy of what you want to get first and what can wait.
Got it.
And I think there are a bunch of JLCs. I have a good friend, Nick, and he's like, he's a huge JLC fan. He's got lots of great pieces from them. And each of them, if you see them in the way he wears them, the unique, the straps are all like super modern and advanced and like crazy stuff that just doesn't match my taste. But the way he rocks it, he's like, these work great for me. I love having them being a classic design with a really modern take on leather straps. The personal style. He's got a lot of great style. They work super. So for some people, like, maybe you want to go with JLC and you pick up several pieces that each of them you can use as your flamboyant, flashy piece, solid gold, annual calendar or something like that. Or you run that sporty thing. You'd be like, I'm going to get a Polaris model, but I want, I don't know, purple ostrich straps to go on it or something like that. If it works your style, then so be it. Good for you.
Yeah. I was thinking about Longa as well. Let me pull this up. Like when you look at their perpetual calendars, they don't scream perpetual to me. They have such a strong visual tie as a Longa one. These particular models, that all you see is basically you see like a Longa one with more shit. You don't really. It doesn't really scream perpetual calendar. What are your thoughts on Long as a brand and the aesthetic?
Oh, these are gorgeous.
Yes,
I mean,
you're a
like,
watch
I have a
guy, so
hard
you love
time.
everything.
But you know what? The thing that I get with these, and this is, I ran into Madison Ave, or I was at the boutique of Madison Avenue back prior to Christmas, and the guy who was there is a good friend of mine. Used to be at Breitling, but he's now at Elan Gonzona. He showed me. He's like, "Oh, this is the honey gold. It's our newest, most wonderful thing. One of 250." The one thing that throws me off with all of these models is the fact that if you are prior to the 10th of the month, the date doesn't have a leading 0. It's just an empty space. And I feel like it's so lopsided. It hurts my feelings.
Who would have planted such a ridiculous
I know, it's so
seed
crazy.
into
I
your
like the
mind?
fact that they put the time component closest to the curve of your wrist so you could read it. But I saw it and I said, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. There are a lot of guys who work. I'm not gonna say these aren't sexy. These are hot. Like, I would love one of these. I'd pimp out any of my children for this if I had any children. But I would be like, these would be great.
Except for some one little thing that's completely visually
That
striking.
one thing, she has to go. Exactly. Oh my God, you just nailed it. It hurts my feelings to see that. You're like, oh, it's so wrong. Just put the 0, please. The Germans must put the 0 here.
The museum. It's the Opera Hall in Dresden or whatever it is.
I know. It hurts me though. It kills me that there's no 0 there. Well, Glashütte Original puts a 0 there. The leading 0 goes before all of those. Why couldn't they? Like, if you saw this, wouldn't you feel like, hey, left side's missing?
Left side is,
yeah, something.
I don't know. I as a matter of fact, I feel so strongly about it. I write my dates, like when I'm writing. I don't write a check very often, but if I do, if I'm writing the date, I write it with a 0 if it's a single digit date.
Right, exactly.
Just to be consistent. Just to prove that I put my handwriting where my watch dates are.
Oh gosh, yeah, exactly. And not to diminish their watchmaking prowess, they are extraordinary watchmakers. This is just the one thing that kind of like throws me off. So
it's a
tough one.
Yeah. And that and the 0.5 on the dial too. Like if you have a minute track.
Oh yeah.
Or a minute or seconds track and it has a 5. The other side has 55. It's like I wanted to have a 0.5 there.
Yeah, it has to be a 0.5.
Crazy me. It doesn't have to be, but I guess.
But it's
crazy
nice
me.
To feel the symmetry. Yeah, crazy you. Like, who would have known? But you notice it. You notice it here.
Yeah, I mean, this. I picked an egregious. Example.
This is the great one though. Like, it's so rough to see it.
I stacked the deck in my favor with a visual example that.
Although you know what's wonderful about Elan Gonzona's moon phase. So the moon phase is kind of 3 pieces of machinery all stacked into one subdial, and where the sun comes up, the blue sky behind that moon and sun component fades from a really dark midnight blue to a bright sunshine blue behind the moon phase on the new models. It's fantastic to see it. Like, if you rotate it, it's gorgeous, super gorgeous. But then I look up and I see the date, and I'm like, you just hurt my feelings. We're that far apart for feeling like, should I pull the trigger or shouldn't I? But
it's much better here, because you have a 25. Everything all is calm and safe in the world now.
Yes, indeed. Oh, it feels better.
Now, would
The
you have
balance.
any thoughts on? By the way, it's the 30th anniversary. Not that it matters, but it's the 30th anniversary of the Vacheron Overseas. Now, while other stainless steel integrated sports watches debuted in the 70s, like the Nautilus, the Ingenieur, the Royal Oak, and others. It wasn't until 1996 that Vacheron introduced its entrant into that particular field with the Overseas as the 30th anniversary. So it's funny. It's interesting. It hasn't been around all that long. Do you think they'll do anything interesting for the 30th anniversary?
You know what? Sadly, I think they won't.
They just had such a huge anniversary last year with the 270th anniversary of the entire brand.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be swept into the vacuum that came from the big anniversary. I don't think you'll see anything special. Maybe a color would be a potential thing, but I kind of doubt you'll see anything. But I know nothing. I'm not really connected with any of these groups, so I would be happy to see them do something good because I think their model, based on sports models in general, they are the best. You know, they're really robust. They're capable of handling what you would consider to be a sporty environment. And if they're willing to back their product and send it up with was it Corey Richards to Everest, they're backing their product in a way that none of the other companies will. None of the other Holy Trinity is like eager to see their product smashed against a rock. You know, I don't see that the case with AP's not sending the Royal Oak into anything other than like 80% humidity because that's too much water. They can't cope with that. It's just not going to work.
What do you think about the Royal Oak the Overseas as a platform for the perpetual calendar complication, both in skeletonized, and they also have a non-skeleton version too. Let me see if I have that non-skeleton, like something like this. Do you like it? No, this is 42.5, so this isn't not going to be appropriate for you. But if they had this in a size that was, or do you like? You know, I don't like the sports watch with the.
You know, I won't complain about it, but I don't think that. Like, just walk me through this. You're giving the most delicate complication to your sportiest case model. Does that make sense? Or
so you see some incongruence then with the functionality, the complication with the packaging.
AP has done that because they only have one watch, right? So they're throwing everything into the Royal Oak case structure. Equal things are going into this, answer without a question type thing with the code. Why would Vacheron proceed with this thought process saying, hey, we're just going to throw every complication into every case frame? To me, it doesn't make sense. I would say you would want to preserve your sports models to have just what you would think is the periphery of sports complications. The rest of and Vacheron has depth of offerings. They don't need to say, we're going to tuck in a perpetual into our sports model. They really don't. They can offer it in other places, and they probably shouldn't offer it in their sports model. They should preserve it and create tiers within their two competing dressier components. I guess you could even say like the Traditionnel and the Patrimony are their two premier dress models, but even that 56 entry-level component. Maybe you can include them, that model, that line in the catalog. I don't know. It still looks hot though. Don't get me wrong. I would buy this.
Yep. Still looking
ultra thin. It looks great. I mean, I think we've seen somebody. The last time we went to the cigar bar, someone brought the Everest.
Yep.
Vacheron model, and that was like super hot. Wow. I mean, on a white strap, like white rubber, looked amazing.
Yeah.
So the versatility could be where they're aiming.
Good discussion. Good. This is the quintessential definition of good old fashioned watch talk. By the way, we still have a poll running. Just want to remind you guys. Let's see. I think we have enough votes to end the poll. The poll question was, are you more or less likely to consider buying a gold chain in 2026 in the wake of all the controversy around TraxNYC and the melee and the gold chain? They almost strangled me. The results are as follows. Are you likely, more likely or less likely? Far less likely is the leading vote getter with 39% of the vote. 39% of the vote. Second place is way more likely with 32% of the vote. So we have 39 way on the right side, less likely, 32% on the other side, far more likely. And then you've got less likely, somewhat less likely, 17%, somewhat more likely, 12%. Pretty balanced. What I would say, the more likelies equaling around 44% of the vote, the less likely is about 56% of the vote. So there you go. But that's still a big number. 44% of the people are more likely to consider a gold chain. Not bad.
Yeah.
Thank you for voting in the poll. If you just joined us, this is the original OC channel, Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. We have updated you on all of the latest TraxNYC updates and developments for today. Tomorrow morning, by the way, is the big interview on Peanut Butter Daily podcast. TraxNYC, 9 a.m. Eastern time will be the premiere of the new interview. And I may be, if I'm up that early, which I'm probably not going to be, but if I am, I'll do real-time analysis and commentary. Folks can jump on the panel and join me as we go through the interview. Or maybe we'll just watch the interview and then I'll pull out salient timestamps if anything is interesting in there. But
fantastic.
Any other guys, we'll open it up to you guys. Any last minute questions or comments for John D in this rare panel appearance with not only a great guy, an expert on law enforcement and criminal justice, but also an incredible collector. He's got everything. He's the total package, guys, and handsome to boot. And I'm not afraid to say
not handsome at all.
Handsome,
mostly
manly,
mutant, but
I'm
still upright.
Pleasure. Like we probably met like 3 years ago, maybe even maybe even longer, maybe like 4 years ago. The circumstances of which will remain a secret.
Exactly.
But we did attend. I wasn't there for all of the shenanigans. I was at a few of the things, but not I wasn't at the big one. I've heard about the big one.
The big one. Oh gosh.
But John D's been a fixture here in the New York City scene for quite a while. The scene, and proud to have him here on the panel and as a regular viewer, but more importantly as a fellow collector in the community, and with good taste.
A superb collector as well, my friend.
Oh, sweet. Let's see. Anybody else? That's it. We got Jonathan Smith. I want to say hi to anybody who we had not had a chance to greet in the chat. Jonathan Smith. He says, "You are unbalanced. I think that's probably.
I
mean-
say that every day when I wake up. I try rebalance with a morning glass of bourbon. I'm not sure.
I don't
How
think
else am I supposed to
it's.
balance
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a nice thing to say that our guests are mentally unstable. But
That's
in this
right.
case, if we have to give the chat the ability to
they're
share their
totally
true
right.
feelings.
Jonathan's
Listen, you
totally
may
right.
not you may not like it, but if maybe Jonathan Smith is right about you.
He's probably totally right. I would bet.
What else? Let's see. Any other? It's boring. By the way, it's also the 100th anniversary. It's the 100th anniversary of two things. Number one, the 100th anniversary of Tudor as a brand. Believe it or not, which we will probably won't cover.
Can't wait to break out my Black Bay 58 tonight.
Guys, if you want to break out your Black Bay 58 so you can put it in a shipping box to send off to one of those guys on 40, trade it for a real watch. Please do that in 2026, or just give it to charity. It's probably not worth anything anyways. If you have a Tudor in your collection, give it away to charity. You'll probably get more money for it as a tax write-off than you'll probably get actually trying to sell that piece of garbage. And it's also 100th anniversary of the Rolex Oyster case. The Rolex debuted the waterproof watch and dubbed it the Oyster in 1926. We all remember what that looked like, the kind of a cushion shaped. Yeah. The thing is about the Oyster is it really doesn't represent a lot of the modern Rolex DNA. It just
not at all.
Roman numerals, weird hands.
I'll tell you this: there's a micro brand that has almost replicated that original design language, which is Laurier, very tiny company, but New York based, of course. Mm-hmm. They have taken that original design language and nearly copied it. So if you ever go look at it, they've made some interesting things for that kind of anniversary.
Please forgive me if I don't pull it up.
Don't. We'll do it another day. However,
we'll do it some other day.
It's almost 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and I will be signing off. Great to talk to you. Good to talk to everybody.
John D, thanks for jumping on the panel. And I am going to also say goodnight to you guys. It's been a pleasure being on the panel with John D. Shout out to the Rolex Oyster here. We'll play you out with one of our favorite clips, reminding you guys to reach for the crown. So,
all right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night, everybody.
All
Peace
right,
out. Yeah, see ya. If you guys want to hop on a quick VIP after show with me for whatever reason, you want to ask me a question in private or whatever, I'll drop the link to the VIP after show. John D's under no obligation to stick around. He can drop off whenever he wants.
I'll be here with you guys.
All right. Is it just me, or does Freddie look like Paul Bateman David with gray thinning hair? Let's go back to that and check it out. Let's see here. We've got Paul Bateman's. Oh, you're right. You know what? Let's go back to the Instagram.
Little bitch. You fucking bitch.
Yeah. Holy shit, they're the same guy. He just colored his hair. We have
Oh, look at that. See that?
Where's my fucking money?
We have unlocked a conspiracy, guys. The guy Freddie is now interviewing him. He just threw a little shoe polish in. Good catch, Maldives.
Motherfucker! Where's my fucking money?
Tony Shalhoub in Men in Black, his non-stunt stunt double is getting out of control here. I love it.
All right, guys. Reach for the crown. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Upvote the live stream if you're watching on the replay. Type in a comment in the chat, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Nice. Oh, good.
and action.